Ron Johnson, Hillman alum, victim. And I'm a Pisces.
Oh, you're quite the comedian.
And you're quite the joke.
Go to hell.
Hey, drop
Now,
dead!
boys, I don't suppose you pose for a group picture. Smile pretty.
A Different World, wow. One of the best shows of the 80s, motivated a lot of African Americans to want to go to college from some of the antics they did on the show. Definitely one of my favorite shows growing up as an 80s baby. And we haven't seen anything similar to that. And a lot of people have tried to compare a few shows, and we're going to talk about a mashup that the Shadow and Act website did of a show that they think is the best comparable to A Different World. But first, on this channel, we always put on our +7 glasses of YouTube sexy as hell, because I'm working on skilling my craft. And I got my wife. Would you like some sexy as hells?
Sure.
I'm gonna give her the Ray-Ban sexy as hells. Please subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications so when I drop videos, you get them. Check out her YouTube channel. She's a kidney doctor. If you got people that's got some issues and want to get a little learning, check her out. Let's take a look at this mashup they done of A Different World, and then we'll talk about the show. The show is Dear White People. Remember Freddie was doing the radio thing? I guess he's supposed to be Kadeem Hardison. I think that's Kadeem Hardison. That's Ron. I don't know who he is. It ain't no Whitney character. Oh, that was cute. So they're trying to say that the closest show, one of the closest shows to A Different World in this generation was Grownish, but Shadow and Act website was saying that's not necessarily true. They believe the show Dear White People is the closest. I've not seen it, so if you guys have seen it, let us know what you think, but you've seen Grownish.
I've seen, yeah, a couple episodes of Grownish.
Do you feel like it compares to A Different World?
I mean, the characters are different. I see it is the same theme is that they're in college. You have these young kids are in college and trying to find themselves and find their way in the world.
Well, that's what they're saying Dear White People is about too, but they specifically picked out two inferences that are very similar to A Different World in terms of them trying to find themselves, some of them trying to figure out their black culture. They even had the girl that's got the radio show like Freddie had, but that was about all that they mentioned in that. To me, I don't think we can even make a show that is comparable to A Different World. Maybe I'm being old school, maybe I'm the old man on the porch nowadays, but it just seems like it's hard to make these classic shows that can just span over time. Like I can still watch A Different World right now.
And that's why they're classics.
Right.
You can't remake that. You can't.
It just seems like you can't. I love that show. It motivated a lot of people to want to go to college during that era. I wish someone would come out with something that's, close to it, maybe not similar, but something good that has that whole feel. Do you think anybody's going to ever be able to make something like that?
Maybe take different pieces of it. So I guess how you said Grown is just like a little piece of it.
Right.
Dear White People is a piece of it, but you're never going to get that whole dynamic. I mean, the cast in and of itself
was great.
You had Lisa Bonet, it was centered around, and then it ended up,
Marissa Tomei.
Yes.
Don
Lewis.
Yep.
You had Sinbad on there. You
Kadeem
Hardison. I'm not sure of Ron Johnson's name, but Ron Johnson. Then you had the younger crowd come through with
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada Pinkett, yeah. Yep. You had Tupac making an appearance on the show.
It was a classic.
Yeah. So I love that show. That was my introduction to college. That was my, that's what made me want to go to college. just to get that experience and do better for myself.
Right.
I love the different world.
And boy, did your ass do better. A lot of folks can't do better than a doctor.
Oh, goodness.
I tell you that.
There's so many different avenues to go, but the different world was the introduction.
It was.
It is basically, it's been a running thread throughout, my childhood and throughout my life. I can throw out a different world quote right now, and you can just finish my sentence.
It's a black people classic.
There are few shows where you can throw out a line and 9 times out of 10 somebody around you will know what you're talking about and be able to finish the sentence. So one of them is the Cosby Show. You can throw out a quote from that.
Yep.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You can throw out a quote from that. A different world. I can say something that Whitley or somebody has said, and we do it all the time. And you'll just finish out the line.
Right. And when you're talking about a cult classic, that's something that makes a cult classic. Being able to recite lines amongst each other, and that gives the show the appeal. I just don't see nothing like that happening nowadays. But leave us your comments. How did you feel about A Different World? And what shows do you feel like are similar to A Different World in today's society? That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like our video, comment, subscribe. Go get yourself a life game. Young people, consider going to college. You might not get the different world feel, but college in itself is truly a different world. And until the next Sex is Hell video, I'll see you.